Alright, welcome guys to the live stream here. There are still people I'm waiting to come in here. There's nobody here as of the time that I am talking here. Now, sorry, the neighbor's mowing outside of my, house here. First of all, this stream, on my phone, it's saying that's in 1080p. It can be in 1080p. I only have this at 2500 kilobits per second, which, according to what I read online, should amount to be 720p only. So, sorry about that, but I've done a few experiments the past few days, and this is the best way to have my stream here be healthy and not cut out all the time. So go ahead, guys. If you're coming in here, let me know that you're here. Maybe we can have a little bit of a conversation going on while we program here. I've got the chat on the left. I've done a little bit of OBS scening here, so I've got my welcome screen here. I also have a full computer screen here that I can transition to, a full screen computer screen, so when I'm doing most of my programming, I'm gonna be over here. I also get we redid the end screen there. If you guys, my video I pushed back to be about an hour early, so that my Bash Windows window, I pushed that back a little bit so that you guys can see, so that you guys can kind of hopefully come back from that video and know what Bash Windows is all about here. And YouTube says that my stream ended. Hello? What happened here? That might just be my phone here. It was lower than 120 kilobits. OBS. I think I might be having issues here. Let's go into my settings here. Audio output. Stream maybe general. Stream output 500 kilobits. Audio net import rate. Can you guys hear me? Stream maybe general. Alright, I think you guys will be able to hear me here. Yeah, that's good. I don't know what YouTube's having issues with over there. Let's go and transition back to the chat there. I found out in OBS the whole studio mode where I can kind of, if I want to transition between, since I've set up a hotkey, it's Super T, I can kind of go in between full screen and the screen with the chat there, which I think is cool. But anyways, I'm not seeing anybody here. Let's bring up the chat on my monitor so I can see the chat. And let's go ahead, and I'm just going to get into it. This is going to be released as a full video later on, so we should be fine. We'll just have like a quick little video of us programming here. Now, I have determined that I am not going to be doing this in my Windows 7 virtual machine, because I tried booting up my Windows 7 virtual machine earlier, and with OBS opened and everything, it brought the entire system down, brought down my laptop. It and I don't want that to happen really. So I'm not going to be doing stuff in my Windows 7 virtual machine. I'm just going to be doing this right here on my host here. And guys, if you might be coming in right now, go ahead and let me know that you're here. Say hi in the chat. And maybe we can have a bit of a conversation here. I've had this scheduled up for a few days, so hopefully there can be people coming in to tuning in here. Of course, I'm a small channel anyways. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do here is make sure that I'm fine here in terms of my system here is up to date on the latest version here. So let's Alt Tab over to hopefully get to my terminal. And let's CD into Git. I learned how to use Git from the terminal, so that's nice. Bash for nope. CD into bash for hello. Do I not have that here in here? Do I have to? Alright. Git clone https github.com. By the way, something that I was gonna do is blow up the text here, so let's do that really quick. I believe it's control. Yeah. Alright. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing here in Visual Studio Code, just also for me because I'm a little farther back than the computer than I usually am, and that little font size is gonna be a little harder for me to see. So let's try to find that here. Preferences, settings, and search for font. Font family, font size. Let's change this to maybe 18. Alright, and hopefully that'll be better for us. Alright, github.com/JRTech and software bash for not equals windows.git. Alright, now I'm going to have a symbolic link to the bash for Windows there. So cd documents python. Alright, remove bash for Windows star. Just go ahead and get rid of all of that, I think. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Alright, and then we are going to make a symbolic link to I might have gotten rid of the installation there. I might have to go into my files on my virtual machine, pull out that external hard drive. Bash. So to /git/bash for Windows. Bash for Windows. Alright, so we have a symbolic link to that. Now that we have to grab an installation, so I'm gonna go over here and grab my external hard drive. I wonder how my volume is. And plug it in, and hopefully I can go ahead and grab that installation I have on there. I gotta make sure that I mount the volume. Let's go ahead and go back to the chat here. There's not much going on right now, but alright, so let's go ahead and open up my file manager over here. Wait for that. Why did Google Chrome open up? I didn't want Google Chrome to open up. I want my file manager to open up. And that opened up on the wrong monitor. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and head to my virtual machines here, Windows, and it's Windows 7 Professional, and the VEDI file, and then I'm going to open that with and see if I can mess with Arc. This is on Kubuntu here, so using the KDE desktop. Can I maybe mount that? Let's clear the screen here and push the to /media my username and Windows 7 Windows /space Professional. All right, here we are. So let's see if we can go ahead and sudo mount Windows 7 professional.vdi/mnt. I don't think this can work. No, so I'm gonna have to go onto the internet here and look this up. And oops, I didn't mean that to be there. All right, let's go ahead and convert that VDI, no, not DVI, VDI to .iso. This, by the way, converting VDI to ISO is how I got my MS-DOS onto that one laptop. The quick little video that I made a while ago. Scylla can also make bootable ISOs. Maybe you can try this. Not seeing much right now. VBox manage. Alright, that's what I wanted. Alright. So come over here and we have this command here. I found it over here on Super User Video, guys. To do yeah, so I'm just using this command here. Raw Windows some professional.vdi output.img. Fine, that's fine. Alright, so you're gonna have to wait for this to go, and then I can mount this img file here. So yeah, so is there anybody hanging out in the chat over there? I'm gonna head over to my YouTube studio, and there's only one person on, and that is my phone, that I am making sure that everything's running fine on, that there's not being any issues with YouTube here. I'm also in the YouTube studio stream here, just waiting for this to work itself here. This is gonna take a little while. Let's see. So what else do we want to do? How big is this VDI file? 7.1 gigs. Alright. What else do we want to do on this live stream that isn't Bash Windows related? Hopefully at some point in the future you guys will get like a how to mod Bash for Windows using the normal installation and the offline backups. By the way, something I need to do here is make sure that I would have to do this in a virtual machine, but I'd have to make sure that when you do the push D within Bash for Windows, that it doesn't crash. But that would involve me rewriting that install file. Yeah. Yeah, we just have to wait for this to go here. Let's see what we have here. So yeah, not much going on right now. It would be nice if we had people over here that we can have a conversation with. Yes, this would be the time that I go chat. Ooh, 10%. Cool. Anyway, guys, what do you guys think of my, there's no one online right now, but the people that may or may not be watching the, video, the replay later on, what do you guys think of me, live streaming? Because, excuse me, every time I've live streamed, this is my third try live streaming. So far, there's been no people watching. And maybe I shouldn't be live streaming this early on my channel here. But like, the only person that's on YouTube is reporting here. This is the Ubuntu live stream page here that I see here. Is streams. Let's see here. Actually, if we turn off Dark Reader, alright, I'm not playback 3, but concurrent viewers 1. Not honestly sure what the difference is between that. Average watch time. Well, this is a live stream. I don't know. YouTube is a little weird with this. Just going to put that back on the other monitor. There's 2 people watching, and then we've had a dip, and then yeah, since the live stream started, it's only me watching on my phone to make sure everything's going right. Oh, it's done. Here's the outputted image there. Is this really 50 gigabytes in size? Wow. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we can mount this, or at least open. Now maybe we can open it up in the archive manager in KDE here. Wait for it to open, and I can't load it, so I'll go ahead and sudo output.img file system type blah blah blah. Can we sudo gparted output.img, and hopefully it comes up on the right monitor. Alright, so it did do what I want it to do, but it's not opening up like I want it to. Can we just, size move? There's no mount option there. Is there a way we could export this? img2 output.img2. Because the file doesn't exist. Yeah, I don't know now. If it was just one whole partition, that'd be great. Let's up a disk image mounter. Alright. There we go. That figured it out for me. I don't know how that does it, but hey, all that I care about is that it worked. Alright, let's go into my, I think it's actually on my desktop. No. Documents. My documents. So it can open up folders, but it can't. Of course, this is NTFS. Let's go to Google here and see if we can add better support for NTFS. Saying that I should be able to do it, and I can read the directories, but I can't see any of the files. Let's go into the Windows folder. Let's go and full screen this thing. None of my files shouldn't be here. Pictures. My desktop doesn't. Yeah, this is not good. Let me see. Maybe. You know what? Let's go and mount my. It's probably in my backups. That I have plugged in here from my original system here. I accidentally deleted more than I wanted to delete here. Let's go into my backups. And then in the documents. Probably in like Python or something. My folders on this thing is absolutely nuts. Bash for there we go. Bash for Windows right there. All right, we'll go ahead and copy and paste that into where we need it to be. Let's also go ahead and sure we unmount this, and then we can go ahead and remove output.img. And we'll go into my documents here, and we'll go into Python, paste. Alright, so that's the actual directory. That's a symbolic link. Let's rename this to Bash Windows installation. And what I'm going to do is come into here, and I'm going to copy all the latest version files. I'm going to paste them into this older version. And yes, delete. And pasted everything back in. So these are the latest version of all the files I can work on now. And they are just like the way they are on GitHub. Oh, hello, I just realized, Infogamer UK, hello, welcome to the stream. If you saw my, latest video here, that just went up about an hour ago. If you didn't, that's fine, but, when I, took a break a while ago from YouTube, if you saw that, sorry, I'm working on that right now. The project that I left YouTube for a little bit to work on, I'm working more on that. The newer video that went up a little bit ago was that I had my first release of this, and there's some things in there that I still want to work on. So I'm gonna be getting to that in the stream. So let's go ahead and go into that. Finally, I had a little bit of a mishap earlier with I accidentally deleted more than I meant to, and the actual Bash for Windows installation that I put in here, I accidentally deleted that, so I needed to go reach into my Windows 7 virtual machine while I tried to do that and grab the installation. I had to go my backups. Yeah, deleting recursively is not a good idea. But the first thing I want to work on in the stream is being able to take the output from a command and put it into a new file. Now, I already have some like this in the cat.python file here. If we scroll down a little bit, we pretty much, in this command, what we do is we take all the output that we usually do and we put it into a variable. And if the end user did not say to put the little greater than sign to, you can see these symbols right here. If they do not put those in there, then we just echo out the regular output. If they didn't put this in their arguments here, then we go ahead and just echo out the output. But if not, if they did put this in there, then we put all that into a file. So, but this only works in cat here. No other command has this, and to be honest, cat is a little bit of a bad representation of a place to put it in. So, we're going to go ahead and put those in these other commands here. So yeah, that's what we're working on today. So let's go ahead and get on to that. So first of all, let's go ahead and get over to my terminal here and clear the screen, copy back to here and cd into bash for Windows installation. Hello? List bash for, okay, the 4 had a was capitalized. Bash force include, and another thing I have to do, because I'm in Linux right now, I'm going to have to disable the check that this goes through to make sure that we are in Windows. So I'm just gonna implement that right now. Oh, it's already put in here for whatever reason. Coming to here. This is my script. Is the script commented out itself? If I could find the script, that would be nice. Import a bunch of stuff. User manager, OSCHK. Yes, this is commented out. I don't know why this was there, let's go ahead and so let's go ahead and copy all this back to my Git repository, because this is how I push everything up to GitHub, using this bash for Windows and push D to, oh wait, no, never mind, alright, push D to git bash for Windows and rm star.python, or actually move star.python to bash. Make sure I type my commands in correctly. And cd bash for Windows, no, not SL, ls, and then cd.i git initialize, git add Azure Windows slash no, let's cd into Azure Windows to make this easier on ourselves. And git add startup.python, git add let's see, os check.python, git commit removed, no, git commit, let's just do git commit here, and removed lint for other operating systems, and git push, and now those are all up on GitHub once this command finishes here. Yeah, alright, those are all on GitHub. Why is it? No, it's got an XLCat there and not save anything. Let's go ahead and alright, let me see here. I just moved Windows around. I'm hoping that didn't cause an issue with this. No, it did not. Good. So yeah, so the OS check is back enabled in GitHub. I'm gonna go ahead and re-disable it in here because we don't want this to be in here. And save. I'm going to my startup.python and count out the, nope, that's the wrong thing. On, make sure that's in there. Debugging purposes only stuff, yes. I have an issue here. I pushed that all to GitHub, but I didn't check to make sure that the startup script was unpatched. Let's just take care of that here really quick. Alright, and git add startup on Python, git commit, and the note is going to be get patch still added, but I removed it. Git push. Alright, pop key back to here and clear the screen. Alright, cool. So, let's go ahead and go into Bash and kind of work through the list of commands and have them all do the same here of following the outputting output into a file thing. Try repayment RAM. Alright, so scroll down quite a ways here to get the commands. Alright, ls, let's do that. ls, this has an error somewhere. What is wrong with OS check? Let's look at that. Alright, I think we still have to put our definition in there. Alright. That should have the issue removed. No, alright. Let's check. Back into here. And let's do the hashes to remove these instead. And hopefully correct that issue there. Alright, but ls, we need to go to ls. Wait, OS check has an issue now, too. No, I don't know what Visual Studio Code is talking about here. Let's go into here in Python. Startup, not Python. Sorry, Python 3. You know what, let's have a symbolic link for Python 3 here. You know what, never mind. Let's just do it how the system wants us to do it. In 29. Unexpected end of file parsing. Maybe I have to just here. Yeah, we needed to have another line in there. And another unexpected end of file parsing. Print. Alright, hopefully that took care of the issue. I've never had that issue, that's odd. No, test. No, maybe, yeah, we don't have that. Alright. So yeah, we are here, so yeah, everything works. And yeah. I gotta remember not to transition while I've got my terminal in focus. So Bash, we need to go into ls, that's right. I keep on getting sidetracked by things. ls, where is ls? There it is. So instead of printing out anything, I'm going to have let's have it outside the definition actually. Output equals nothing, and instead of this we're going to have and count this store all output in a variable. So let's go ahead and get rid of these parentheses. And output equals all that. By the way, we do have to make sure that do this right. So this is if. So this is all if you have issue if we want to just list the current directory that we are in, because the user did not have any wait, no, the user did have an argument in that. Yeah, that's right. Alright, so for loop and another for loop. Alright. Wait a minute, actually. Output equals output plus. Make sure that we don't continually overwrite what we have in there. Yeah. So output plus /n. Do we need a /n in there? We are gonna need a /n in here. I think. Let's go and just put that in there. If nothing else, we can like shutil.echo that, and I believe that works as well. So we can do that. And then in here so that is if it doesn't exist. We are going to want to print this out because let's go into bash here. If we ls blah blah, but we put that to we put all that into a file called out. You can see here it's still printed this string, so we want to make sure that we keep that in bash windows as well. So we are going to print that there, but we are still yeah, we're just gonna do it like that. Alright, and then after this, first of all, print, we are going to output equals output plus hold J and increment, and all you can see stir, and we are going to do if so we did the first argument there. So first of all, if we're going to have to cycle through all of our arguments and make sure that if actually we don't have to do that. If args1, so the second argument, is not equal to nothing, then if args1 is not equal to that, or, and we're gonna have to put this all in parentheses. Or args is not equal to 2 greater than signs, then we are going to print, I don't like the spacing on that. we're going to print, then we are not going to do anything pretty much. So I guess we can just print, or we can just sleep. I don't think we have the time layering in here. Glob sleep time. Use variable k. I don't have to worry about that. Sleep for 0 seconds. Alright. So else, which means that it was either the 1 greater than sign or 2 greater than signs. And then we are going to want to go ahead and so it was that. We are going to go ahead and see if args1 is equal to that. Then we are going to remove, we're going to, let's go ahead and import rm here. Rm dot remove args2, so the third argument that was given. And then we are going to file equals open args2, so the third argument, and we're going to open it for writing, and we are file dot write output and then file dot close, and then that's all we're going to do there. And that also needs to have parentheses around that because that is a function. Alright, else, so it is 2 greater than sign, so you want to append to a file. So we're going to file dot, I'm going to open, file equals open args, once again the third arg, but we're going to append to it like that. I'm gonna look it up. I haven't appended to a file in Python in a while, so let me see here. I do go to the internet a lot when I'm programming, in case you didn't already know from this. So we are going to append to file Python. Append mode A. Alright, yes, it is A, not W+. I couldn't remember. Alright, cool. So let's open back up my chat and OBS here, make sure that everything's running smoothly. Alright. So yes, it is an A. So we are going to file dot you're not file dot write, I don't think. Write function. All right, we are using the write function. I'm actually going to pull up my YouTube Studio here. File dot write output and file.close. Alright, but if they did not put any other argument, wait a minute, actually let's make sure that this is if args1 equals that, because if they put anything else in there that could cause an issue. So else we got that. Else, so they did not put another thing in there. We're just gonna sleep 0, and I thought we had time imported. I thought we had time imported. Let's from time import sleep. Oh yeah, we need time.sleep in there. We want from time import sleep. Alright. So yep. So now we are going to go ahead and else, meaning that they did not add in the two greater than signs. We are going to go ahead and just print out put. Alright, so now let's go back to our terminal here and clear the screen here. Python 3 startup Python. Alright. So ls works if we ls2 test.txt, not access that no such file or directory. Wait a minute, no, we have to ls did not work. I think I know the issue here. Alright, so let's try this, but within another directory. I was doing this wrong. So if I ls documents to test.txt, you have an error. Alright, so we actually executed the correct code this time. So we have an unbound local error, local variable output reference before assignment. And in, let's see here, what, line 48. So I think what we need to do here is, instead of putting that outside the definition, we have to put it inside the definition here. And make sure that our spacing is correct, because Python does not like it if you don't space your code correctly. Alright. ls documents test.txt. Alright, so that did not show up here. We have an issue here. List index out of range. Alright. So there is no such, so this is complaining because there's no such thing as a second argument here. I'm actually gonna go over to our cat script here and look at how I did that here. Alright, so I did if that is in arguments, instead of checking the indexes of the arguments that it might be in. Alright. So instead of here, so we're going to do alright, so we are going to untab all this stuff. We're just gonna rewrite this. Let's do that. So if that is in arguments, then we are going to have to find out what index that is in, and to do that I'm actually just going to copy some code from here. So that is the double, that is the append in there then. So let's go ahead and copy that into the code and tab that once. Flag equals, wait a minute, flag equals 1, what? I don't need flag equals 1 in there. Index equals so we need I to kind of cycle through our stuff here. I is equal to 0 and increment I and go to the next thing. Both I. So this gives us the index that we need here. So now that we know the index, we can go right to that index, and so this is append. So we are going to go ahead and open up file equals open args index with append. We're going to append that file dot write to put and file dot close. And we should be able to do the same thing here for double greater than signs. Wow, I've been streaming for an hour. I just realized I've been streaming for an hour and it doesn't feel like it's been that long. That's what happens when you program, like I said in that announcement video that I recorded a while back. I programmed for 4 hours one day and didn't even realize I was programming for that long. It's been an hour since we started the stream, guys. Once you get going, you get going. Alright, so we are going to look for single greater than signs. So that fetches the index. Alright, so first of all we are going to rm dot remove what is in. Oh, wait a minute. That would have crashed anyways because this is expecting arguments. So we are going to do give it so we are gonna have to the fake args equals args index. Alright, and give it the fake args. So yeah, that would have failed anyways, but because this is expecting a stream, this is expecting like a array of data, we need to make sure that we give it an array that it can work with. Otherwise, it is going to not work. It is going to crash on us, and we definitely don't want that. So I'm thinking that this is going to work here. So let's go ahead and go into our terminal here and open this up again. Alright, and ls documents to after all else documents has nothing in this. Once again, this installation was not installed using the installer, so we do not have a readme in this installation here. This was technically installed, but was with a very old installer before this project, probably from before that I got on YouTube. Yeah. So, if there's anybody new coming in here, make sure you let me know in the chat. Maybe we can start a little bit of a conversation. That would be nice. I just want to put that out there because I haven't said it in a while. Alright. So, let's ls. So, this, I guess, isn't a good example because, wait a minute. Oh, ls documents, that didn't work for a reason. Because I never put it in there to print out the output. Right, we gotta, alright. So, we are gonna have to have a flag for 0, and if this gets executed, then we are going to flag equals 1. So now, else, if flag is equal to 0, which means it passed through it failed these two checks, which means that the end user just put in ls documents, for example. They didn't put any greater than sign, so they don't want the output of that command to go to a new file. So we want to just print out the print out the output. Alright, so let's try this again. Let's go ahead and re-execute this. Alright, ls documents. Ooh, yes. Alright, we have issues here. We need a \n plus \n. Alright, let's didn't format it correctly, so let's try this again. ls documents. So it got it correct. One thing though, I don't like that extra new line. Alright, so we're gonna have to put in more logic in here. We're gonna say that if this is the last thing, in that array here, in this hold array, if it is the last thing in there, and we don't want to put in the \n, but if it is, we do want to put in that \n. So if k is equal to len hold, so if this is the last index, and hold -1, no, not equals, -1, and this needs to be a double equal sign. So if this is the last thing, and we don't want that \n to be in there, so got that, and go ahead and paste it in here. What is by index? Maybe this needs to be another set of parentheses here. Invalid syntax. I think this actually needs to be J. Alright, that took care of it. So if it is the last index here, we can go ahead and do that. And else, so this is not the last index in that, then we can go ahead and go ahead. We are going to go ahead and print the put a new line after it. That's what I want to say. All right. Alright, ls document. Yay! It formats it the right way. Just had to put a bit more logic in there. Alright, good. So if I ls documents to out.text cannot remove cat mat. Let's push the slash users jr. Alright, alright, cat. Alright, so put it in there correctly, but it named it what it's not supposed to name it. Alright, let's go into here. We only use the single greater than. I want +1, I guess. Want to do not the second argument, but the third argument. Don't want to do another clear. Sign my. Alright. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna have to delete that, thing there somehow. Alright. ls documents to out.text. Move out.text, no such file or directory, but did create that. So I'm gonna have to work on this, thing here. Cat out.text. Yes! It did what I wanted it to do. Alright, yay. Alright. So we still get that error, so we're gonna do if it exists. So if os.path.exists args index equals false, so that file is not in there, then we need to delete it. But if it is in there, we don't need, it isn't in there. So if it is in there, we have to delete it, so we have to change this to true. But if it isn't in there, then we don't have to delete it. And that's the thing about computers, is they don't know how to assume that something is or isn't there. You have to tell it exactly what you want to tell it. And sometimes that can be a little frustrating. It's like, it's there, but you didn't tell the computer to worry about the fact that it's there or not. Alright, so let's remove out.text. We don't need that in there. So let's go ahead and cat documents to out.text. And we shouldn't, see, we didn't get that error there. But now if we cat out.text, I see what it did. Alright, I typed in the wrong command. Out.text. It didn't even create a file. Alright, cat, no, ls documents to out.text. And then cat out.text. It did that and didn't give an error message. Alright, now if I were to overwrite this, let's go ahead and go into downloads. and it's going to touch new doc. So it created a new file called new doc. But what I'm gonna do here is make sure that it does overwrite out.txt. So out.txt is there, but what we should see is it's gonna overwrite it because it's gonna remove it, but then it's gonna create it again with the new we are buffering. OBS. Okay, we had a little bit of a rough patch there. It buffered a little bit because I guess I thought OBS lost a little bit of a connection there. Sorry about that. YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth streaming. Alright, well, I think we just had a bit of a rough patch there. I think it's better now. My phone is telling me that it's better now, so that's good. So let's go and ls documents to out.txt. This should overwrite out.txt. So if we cat out.txt, we ls the wrong thing. We listed the wrong thing. We got downloads to out.txt. Alright, cat out.txt. It overwrote the file. Alright, that's what we want. That's what we like to see here. Alright, so, but that only does it now if we are if we are doing it on a folder, not if we are putting it with no arguments. So we need to take care of that here. Let's remove out.txt, and let's exit out bash from Windows and remove that little greater than sign there. And push the users, and then rm the greater than sign, and popd, push and popd are great. Come into here and remove. Yes, I am simply going to go ahead and copy all of this code. A wise guy once said that copy and paste is your friend, and he is definitely correct, except that I cut that instead of copying it, but I still put it on my clipboard, so that's fine. Alright, so we are going to make this output equals that backslash n hold.append. I guess we need to also put that code in for the list directories, because if there's a directory with nothing but directories, and that can cause problems. And now YouTube's complaining about the stream's bitrate is just slightly lower than the recommended bitrate. Why are you OBS is low? It doesn't just stick at 1 kilobit per second rate. It kind of varies between some. So please stop YouTube's Alright, output equals output plus that and plus backslash, and we aren't gonna worry about the formatting for right now. We just want to make sure that works. Well, output plus all that. Alright, and then now we are going to paste all this stuff in here and make sure that lines up properly, because like I said, Python doesn't like it if spacing is not correct. Right, actually that's lined up correctly. That's spaced out correctly. So in args we're going to look for it. Print output. Actually, we could probably save code here. We probably don't need this. For output. Yeah, we could probably delete this stuff here. They're kind of duplicating code here, and it would be nice if we could have less code here. Lag equals 0. And go ahead and shift tab, untabify that, hit there. And yeah, this should work. Plus, we are saving our lines of code, which is nice, because once I want to get a new release up to GitHub, I have to go and change the way that the installer works, that writes all the changes to what it needs to do to yeah, you know what I mean. If you saw the video that came out about an hour and a half ago, you know what I mean. So yeah, this will be better. And we need to make sure that we also go ahead and copy that, paste it in there, but instead of hold, we're going to do dir underscore list, and we are going to do I instead of that. So then let's go ahead and copy this so that we can kind of hold on to it. So if it is the last one, then we don't want that in there. Else, we do want that in there. And what is your problem? Oh no, I didn't do that problem. Alright. Alright, so we can go ahead and copy that little bit here and put it then in this else here. Place that in there. I believe that's, yeah, that's right. Shift tab that and untabify that, that is, and then go ahead and copy that and paste that in there. Wait, hold a pen. We don't need it there, we need it here. Shift tab. Alright, I think we have an error. If, alright, this is untabbified. One too many. Alright. I'm gonna save that. Come over here and I didn't mean to do that. And startup. Alright. So now we should, so yeah, we got that. Okay. Else we need to do an if in here. If length of hold is no, we don't need that. We don't want that in the else. We want that in the if here. So if, well, okay. Yeah, So for those of you that may have been at the start of the stream, there was people mowing. That my dad's working on the room next to the room that I'm in right now, so you might hear some like screwdrivers going. That's fine. So if the length of, I forget what, the length of hold length of hold is equal to 0, which means that there's nothing in that hold array, then we have the ability to do that. Alright. Let's try that. Alright. Alright, ls. Downloads is cut off. Let's look at this. Downloads cut off. So, oh, we need an else in here. We need an else in here. No. Because, yeah, that's causing issues. So yeah, that's how we got that cut off. Else. There we go. Alright. We forgot to put an else in the code. Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah. So now, can we ls to out.text? Alright, we have the same bug we had earlier with that, but, with that little caret being in there. Well, that greater than sign, that x greater than sign. So just using that. Index plus. So now, we need the +1 for when we're doing it when we want to list another directory. But it looks like we need a +2 when we want to list another the current directory. Let me look here. Alright, if we ls document, so ls document to out.text, that works. Alright, ls downloads, but append it to out.text. Alright. Whoa. That append. I think I know what the issue is here. So, equals 1. How did we do this in cat? I've had to reference cat a few times here. We're using that. We're using an elif. That would work. That actually works perfectly. That's why that was in the order that was. I haven't programmed this in a little bit. That's just one of the things I was programming when I went on my little break from YouTube a few months ago. Alright, now let's push the /users/jr. This has to be capitalized. rm try like that. Ambiguous. This bash itself has issues, and it got it stuff named like this. You can't do any recursive stuff. Alright. So, but that should be fixed. So let's remove out.txt file we are in here, and let's pop d pod, no, pop d, and clear screen Python. No. Clear the screen and cat document to out.txt if directory documents. I know it's the directory. We're trying to cat it again. I better put a low barrier in cat here, so if we try to let me see here if we can figure out whether something is a directory. And I'm doing that. Let's go ahead and see the chat. And also let's go to duck.go instead of Google. Alright, now to, let's also kick in Dark Reader again. How to, I actually use that in LS here. I can just copy code. I don't have to worry about that. So never mind, bring back up my usual stuff here. There we go. So, got and append. We need to go into cat here. And, so, folders, nos.lifter, so, yeah, we can generate a list of directories, and if there's gotta be a better way to do that, though. So, let's get back to our chat there. You guys can, maybe if more people join, you guys will be able to see the conversation that's happening amongst yourselves without having to, like, I know in mobile, like, the chat takes up, like, almost half the screen on the phone, so sometimes I disable that so that I can see more stuff. And alright, how to deep in a direct from a file Python. Check if file or see if it's a file or a directory. Python, OS.path exists, I'm aware of that. Is file. Alright, OS.path that is file, so I believe I can use OS.path that is dir. Yes, OS.path that is dir. You can see here. This is the site that I got this information from, guru99.com. So we can get alright, elif what's.path dot is dir file equals true. So this is a directory. What does bash do? let's see here. Let's do our terminal here, and so ls select cd and cat include. So cat include is a directory. So output equals cat plus file plus colon is a directory. Alright, that's how we have that little check in there. But I'm actually going to, instead of output, I'm going to print that, because of, for those of you that may not, that didn't see the beginning of the stream, essentially, for in real bash, and if there's an error, instead of following suit and writing it out to a file, it actually goes ahead and prints it out on the screen and not writes it to the file. So we need to change these to print. So I'm just going to go ahead and put parentheses around these guys. Print. And by the way, I don't think I ever changed my OBS scenes. Might want to do that. Skip. Yeah, there we go. Just reorganizing. Print with 2 T's. That does not work. Alright, and here. Alright, C include and so if we cat documents is a directory. Yes, that's what we want. Alright, so now alright, so ls documents to out.txt, ls downloads append to out.txt. You still have that issue. You still have that issue, guys. Alright. Not text. Exit. Alright. All this needs to be untabbed, I think. I'm surprised I haven't gotten that error yet. Alright. Yeah, it's not executing proper. It hasn't been executing properly. This needs to not be in with this. This is cat! This is not even the right thing. I'm editing with cat, not ls. Alright. Alright, if so args, you know, we're doing ls right here. I can't see why this isn't working. Alright, ls documents to out.txt and ls downloads append to out.txt. Or cat out.txt. Yeah, I'm assuming that download thing is in the 2 greater than sign file. My. To double that. I'm not sure about this, guys. Let's go back into cat for inspiration here. This shit. This should be the right code. Yeah, this should be the same code. We're LFing, and then we're elfing. If LF elf. Strange. I'm gonna have to separate these again because I don't know another way. I guess maybe if I yeah, I just found it. I was incrementing it on the other thing. So what I was doing down here, index equals 1, I plus 1, I was doing the same thing here. That's what was causing the problem. Alright, let's try this again. That saved yes. Alright, exit, bash from Windows. Alright, so arm out.txt. Alright, cat, nope. ls documents to out.txt, ls downloads, but appended to out.txt. Alright, cat out.txt. It did it, but it needs a new line. It needs a new line. Not right. This is the this is right. Not the append. Right. Alright, so let's open this for reading. If file no. Yeah, let's do an append. No. We need to open it for reading, and if file equals that, because something else I forgot to do, I have to import touch here. Is touch dot right. Then we need the same, the fake args. Paste that in there, right? The fake args. And then, so touch dot right that. Alright, open this for reading, and if the file equals nothing, then file.close, and we need to file.open. Why do I have this second if in there? Let's get rid of that. Dot open for appending args index for appending file.write. file.write slash in plus, no, just the output is fine. File.close. Alright. Else we are going to do these. But first we have to open up the file for appending again, because this did that in this chunk, but this chunk doesn't execute, this chunk does. But that means that this chunk, this line of code never executed. So we need to make sure that we execute that line again. Paste that in there, and so that should be fine. So we can exit out of this back in here and remove out that text, and go ahead and wait a minute. Never mind. This has to have /n added to it. Alright, cat documents to out.text. That's my failsafe came in handy. Alright, I keep on mixing up cat and ls. That's why a reason. Alright, ls documents to out.text and ls downloads, but append it to out.text. We run to an error. File equals open. Not file.open, file equals open. Alright, again, let's remove out that text. If I can, no! Don't put a slash in there, put a dot in there, for heaven's sakes. Alright, and, ls documents to out text, and then, so cat out.text, this is what it is right now. And then ls download, but append it to out.text and cat out.text. Oof, that's not good. Yeah. I'm not sure what to do about that. If file equals nothing. We're appending it, right? Actually, technically, we could have this be writing. Because there's nothing in the file. Let's try that. Let's try that. If not, we could do a manual append. And what I mean by that is take read the file and put it into a variable, and then print, and then close the file, open it up for writing, put the contents that was in the file, put a new line, and then write the new contents. That is something I could do. If this doesn't work, that's fine too. Alright, remove out.text and ls documents to out.text. No, and ls downloads to out. Nope. Append to out.text. Cat out.text. No. It doesn't do it, so we are going to have to do the manual append thing. Maybe it's the touch. Let's get a listing from ls. Right now we are already ls, so let's get a listing here of which is this, the list. And copy that. Fake args. Print that, put it in there, and if file in the list then open it for reading. Wait, no, not open it for reading. Touch it. Dot write file. The list. Then sleep 0. Alright, else. So it's not in the list. It is not in a list of the directory. Then we want to touch it. Yeah, I think that's what we want. Alright, save that. Exit. Alright, remove out.text. And then ls documents to out.text. Then ls downloads, but append it to out.text. We have an issue. Local variable file reference before assignment. No, we don't want that. Args index is what we want. Args index. I want to look at the arguments. Ls documents. Remove out.text. Or no, ls documents to, but overwrite out.text. ls downloads and append it to out.text. We don't have an issue. Alright, cat out.text. No, alright. Well, then, we are going to have to, first of all, remove out.text. And while I'm thinking about it, let's remove the double, greater than sign. Users, JR, alright, popd, push the popd, great. Actually, no, we don't want that. And we also have to include keyboard interrupts in here, because you see here, if we hit Control-C, because we didn't mean to go into this, it crashes. We don't necessarily want that. So we want it to quit, nicely. Let's just say that. But I'm not gonna implement that right now, maybe later down the road. So we're gonna have to do the manual append thing that I was talking about earlier. So we're going to keep this in there, and we're going to open up the file for reading, and we're going to say contents of the file equals file. File.read! It's supposed to be file.read. If file.read equals that, maybe that was my issue. I was totally not doing it correctly. Alright, let's try this. Alright, right. So, ls documents out.txt, ls downloads append out.txt, tdt. That doesn't work. And I'm doing .open again. File equals open. Where did I do? What line is that? 105. Well, that means that it's actually executing that code, so that is perfect. DT and out.txt. Also, something I should probably put in is verbose output. That'd be great. For like remove, move, and copy. Verbose output should probably be in there. But I'll get to that later on. I've spent an hour working on just getting taking output from a file and putting it in from a command and putting it in a new file for around an hour now. It's almost 2 hours worth of live stream. Yeah, we're approaching on 2 hours of the live stream here. But yeah, so ls documents to out.txt, ls downloads to out.txt, but append it. At out.txt. No, it doesn't do it. But it doesn't have that random new line in there. But this is being executed right now. What does Dutch do? Let's go into Dutch. It's nothing to the file, and then yeah, that's all that Dutch does. To create a new file. Alright. So this is thinking that the file doesn't exist. What we could probably do here is instead implement this in this if. And then I can go ahead and take out this whole if statement that's right here. And exit and re-execute. Out.txt ls documents to out.txt ls downloads to append to out.txt cat out.txt new doc. That is not what we want. Right, output. What if we get rid of all this code here and just do this? Don't do it in a for as well, because you don't want that. Set. Alright, okay. I might have to be okay with an extra line if this is the issue. No, we don't want to do it like that. Alright, let's downloads to context. No. Alright, because we overwrote it. Duh. Alright, let's ls documents dependent to output text. Or cat output text. Yes! It did it in a format in the correct way. Yay! We finally did it, guys. This should all be fine. Let's go on rm out.text. ls to out.text. Yeah. Alright, but I'm still gonna have to separate these two because in this it does it differently. You have to go ahead and do a little copy and paste action. We don't need this flag anymore, actually, because we're stringing this in one if command via the elif. So copy and come up to here and paste. But alright, tab these guys over, shift tab because I did too much. Alright, and then come down here. We have 4 errors. Flag, we don't need that. And then I can get rid of this +1 nonsense. Save. Alright. Anybody that is watching the video the stream right now, we are at the 2-hour mark. We've only got 1 file done. I think this will be it here. Directory that. But once I'm done with this, guys, who are watching live stream, should I end the live stream? Or should I continue until I've got this written for all the files? Let me know in the chat. I'd like to go ahead and see what you guys want me to do. And I'll get the chat up there. Alright. So let me know if you guys want to end this stream after I got LS worked out. Well, and then or let me know if you want to go ahead and see me implement this in all of the commands, all the built-in commands, that is, because we are past 2 hours now, and we might want to be ending this stream soon because it's starting to be a long stream. So let me know in the chat. It looks like I have to increment this by 2 for a reason. Index is out range. Yeah, we are doing it the right thing. We need to tap this over to make sure that this is in the X. Just a second, guys. I'm gonna play with OBS here. I have a little bit of suspicion. Just a second, guys. About chat. No border. Right thing. Properties. Just a second, guys. Just playing with OBS here. I think that needs to be a bit bigger. Get out studio mode and go back to Smooth Chat so I can see a little better. There we go. I think that's fine. Is that looking fine, guys, on the live stream? Let me know. I was just playing with OBS scenes. Fun. Alright. Back to here. We got index out range error. So let's try deleting these two and see how that goes. I'm just playing with index ranges right now. Directory that, which means it's like we need +1. But maybe only for that. Not directory that. What's.ch is causing the issue. Line 34. I forgot back. 34. That's so path down exists equals true. We need to check. You need to do all this if args as a first argument is not a if the first argument is not the greater than signs. Or double greater than sign. Yeah, there we go. There are issues with that before. Right. Try this again. Invalid syntax. Oh, I forgot. A colon. Look at me. We actually should probably put this, kind of embed this here, or paste. Yeah, then we don't need that anymore. We should probably not have the new line character, and we should probably not include that in there. Alright, untabify that region right there, and that should be it, I think. So I think these need to increment by 2. No, equals 1. Increment by 2, make sure I'm... Nope, wrong spot. Scroll down a bit more. What? Yeah. I plus 2. I plus 2. Save. Alt tab. Alt tab. One of the best shortcuts. Can't access that. What? Alright, have I gotten nothing in the chat in terms of anything? And transition back to the full screen here. And it didn't work because I'm on studio mode and OBS. Let's try to do that. Yeah, there we go. You should be at a larger screen now. Alright. I forgot what I was doing. Plus 2, what's my error? Can't access blank. Not equal to that. Then you shouldn't even be executing any of this code. Or oh, these need to be and this needs to be in a parentheses. Let's try this. There we go. That should work. I'm glad I typed in ls there. That works. ls to outnet text. Get an error, not directory, blah. But it shouldn't be executing that. It should not be executing this. And besides, this should catch that. What is the problem here? Let's do some debugging print out things. Print the argument is not nothing that or that. Print the argument exists. There. Alright, unless bomb it should have went through this. ls to out.text. Yeah, the argument is nothing that, or that. Is not nothing that or that. Not equal to nothing. And does this need to be an and 2? That probably needs to be an and. To out.text. Cat out.text. Oh, we didn't get an out.text, but we need those both to be and signs. But we aren't getting any output, which is not good. So we need else, and then this if. It should be executing. +1. Do you need it to be that? ls to out.text. It doesn't generate an out.text file. I'm confused. Maybe this needs to be an L if R0 is equal to nothing, or this needs to be in parentheses. That needs to be a ba, or and double greater than. I'm thinking that code just isn't executing. So ls works, ls to out.text. But out.text is not. No, you're not having an out of range error, like index out of range. But you know what? Because we don't have to actually search for where it is. Just set the index in this case to 0. Yeah. So the index has to be 0. No, it has to be 1 actually. Alright. Let's try that. It did it. It did it. It did it. We have a working thing now, and it works. It works completely fine. So these are both. So we should be able to append. F to append it to app.txt. Make sure that works. Yes, we do have 2 listings. We did it, guys. Yes, we finally got the first file working. Alright, remove app.txt. Alright, so guys, that might be the end. I have not gotten anything. If we look at the chat, you'll see that we only have that thing from Enzo Gamer UK there. So I'm gonna go for a bit longer. Yeah, I think maybe one more file, or until it's 4:30. Once again, it's all this is Central Time. I live in the Central Time Zone, so 4:30 Central Time, I think, gonna be the time when we wrap it up. And if it gets too close for that, and I don't think we can start on another file, then I'm not gonna start, and I'm gonna end the live stream right there. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Yeah. So let's go ahead and move on to the next command. And in this case, let's actually, so let's go ahead and copy let's copy ls.python and cat.python to /bash bash for Windows /bash for Windows. Alright, cd into git pushd into /git. I'm gonna push all these up to GitHub. Well, I'm gonna count them, and then I'm gonna push them up to GitHub. Alright, so Nano. Yes, I use Nano, guys. So any hardcore Linux people out there, yes, I use Nano. Bash for Windows and Nano cat.python. And I'm just gonna do some commenting here. Let's get Visual Studio Code and Dolphin there. And come down here. I don't think I ever finished commenting this. Only need one directory, that is not true. Or only need one library, that is not true. Libraries. Alright. Get the file to print out from our array of argument stuff. Alright. And set a few variables there. Make sure the requested file exists and is indeed a file and not a folder. If told to do so, either append or overwrite I spelled overwrite wrong. A file with where we send all output to. That's essentially what all that does. If not told to send output to a file, print to screen. Alright, git add cat.python nano ls.python. Well, actually, let's go ahead and git commit and add in put mark comments added check for dir git push. Gonna push it to GitHub. And ls.python. And gotta add comments on this. Alright, or I'll output into a variable. If we don't request to list another directory and don't want to send output to file, do the output of current directory to file, do the following. Alright. Make sure the to list the directory, the current directory requested is a exists after Alright. Remember what directory we are currently in, and then change to the requested directory. Alright. I think we can probably go ahead and not have those extra things in there, extra spaces. Get a listing of what is in the directory. Okay, and list them in a fancy way. Alright. Hold band. Right. Go to the directory we were just in. If asked to do so, send output to a direct. Nope, I didn't want to do that. To a file. Either over or write a file or append to it. Do that. If we don't want to send output a file to a command to a file, print the content, print the output to the screen. Error message. Alright, so now we have this elif part. If either print listing of current directory or send output of command to file. Pretty much the same as before. I'll put that in there so I don't have to write more comments throughout this. And this should all be the same. Alright, cool. So now I can go ahead and git add ls.python git commit more comments added support for sending output to file. Alright, git push. Alright, so the completely up-to-date files are now on GitHub. So if you want those, go ahead and head up to GitHub, download those, and do whatever you want to with them. So yeah, it just now, as you're watching this, got pushed to GitHub. That's nice. So now, let's go ahead and see what else we can work on here. Let's go ahead. First of all, let's go ahead and copy the conde versions of ls.python and ls.python to documents python bash for Windows installation bash force include. Same thing for cat. Alright, pop D, and we are here, clear the screen, and I go into unmaximized form, and go back into Visual Studio Code. Alright, so now the next thing here, got ls, we got ls cd that doesn't output anything, but pwd does. So we're going to come into pwd here. That does nothing, but we will have to do this in bash here. So print. I don't want all that code to be in bash here, so we're going to unfortunately have to give pwd its own file. It's just gonna take a while. You know what, guys? I think I'm actually gonna wrap up the stream. I've been sitting here for a while, and what just happened to OBS? I had a bit of a buffer there. This little, yeah, this is what I'm seeing in OBS here. When this little square goes red, that usually tells me that we've got some sort of issue with my connection to YouTube here, which happens every once in a while. But I think that might actually wrap it up for this live stream here. If there is anything anybody watching wants to go ahead and tell me, now is your time to do so, because we are going to be wrapping up the live stream here. I don't believe that there's many people here either, yeah. Alright, guys, so I think that's gonna be about it. You'll see here, if you caught I think it was my first live stream that I did, at the end of that I went ahead and created the outro video, and I redid that, and a lot of things I'm going to be saying next, because that's what the YouTuber thing has to be, is say, subscribe, like this video, blah blah. But a lot of that's going to be on the new end screen. Also, guys, sneak peek, newer videos are going to be, I decided to not use my old outro, because I'm not totally sure if it's copyright free and if it's okay for me to use in a YouTube video. And I don't really want to be copyright striked by anyone, to be honest with you. I've got a community guideline strike because my first live stream, I had a video that preceded it, pretty much announcing that I was live streaming, and YouTube doesn't like that apparently. So it got that got taken down, and I got a community strike for that. And another one, I lose upload and live stream privileges for a week. Doesn't sound too bad for me, but to be honest with you, I kind of expect it to be, if you get too many strikes, then your channel could be taken down, which I definitely don't want happening. I definitely don't want to get another sort of strike. So I stopped using that old, like, VeggieTales outro. It was the credit song from Jonah VeggieTales movie. And I liked that, and I put that as the outro for a while, and I decided to stop doing that. So now I've got it, I got my thing from the YouTube audio library, the If I Had a Chicken song, and I think that's gonna be my permanent new outro. So, nice, but anyways, that's gonna be it for this live stream, guys. If you are watching on the replay of this live stream that I'll hopefully have shortly after the live stream ends, if you liked this, then hit that like button. Also, guys, let me know if you like me doing live streams and if I should do more, or if no one's gonna be watching them. Live streams generally seem to be longer, and long videos don't usually do well, and I've learned about that. Like, if I do a video that is longer than an hour, I usually don't have many people watch the video. So, go ahead. So, tell me whether or not you like this live stream stuff. Or maybe I should just wait to do that until I have more subscribers. So I have to do that. I totally get that. So that way I have more people that are willing to tune into the live stream. I haven't had that many people join me in here. Once again, here's at YouTube. YouTube saying 2 concurrent views, 6 playbacks, which I'm not completely sure what that means. And yeah, but anyways, let me know that in the comments down below the replay of this video, and let me get OBS up so I can possibly change the scene, and I'll go ahead and let you guys go. I'll see you in the next video, I guess, and I have to get my keyboard. So yeah, see you in the next video or live stream or whatever.